Life is a choices, and every choices you make makes you. Coronavirus is a disease caused by a virus known as SARS-CoV-2 virus. Coronavirus are a bunch of different viruses in a big family, just like us. And these viruses commonly cause colds in humans. Some also affect animals. Now, how did this one specific virus, SARS-CoV-2, create such a pandemic? It all started in Wuhan, China, back at the end of November 2019. The origin of the virus, whether it came from a bad consumption in the wet market in China or a man-made lab weapon, is still in question. Let's not go any further on this matter since it is not our main focus for today's discussion. Well, to say that it first started in China may not be the best way to describe it. The pandemic did start from there. However, the virus itself has been recognized since 1965. The virus itself is named after its crown-like appearance. 7 coronaviruses affect humans in total. The one that caused SARS, however, did develop in China in 2002. It affected more than 8,000 people in 2003 and spread to 28 countries at the same time. Common coronavirus causes headache, fever, cold, and some other respiratory diseases. Today, we are still trying to survive this pandemic, right? And with all the variants of coronavirus that have been just like our drink choices, like alpha, beta, gamma, delta, lambda, kappa, eta, iota, mu, and omicron. 10 different variants have been recorded until today, and even with all the vaccines that I believe most of us have had from 2019 to 2022. 3 years we have suffered, yet luckily survived the pandemic. While most of us did not, I would like to invite you guys now to join me and yield the floor here for a second to the victim of coronavirus. Thank you. And those people, I don't think, chose to get affected by coronavirus. This virus has taken many lives of our loved ones. Is there a cure for this virus? No. It is not a bacteria that we could kill and demolish its existence. It is a virus that will always be here as long as we live. How come? Well, let's jump into biology a little bit, shall we? Just to remember some basic middle school biology. A virus is an infectious agent that has to live in a host body or cell to replicate. They're not like living organisms like us or bacteria or plants. They're more like androids. They don't quite meet the criteria to be an organism. They are inert, outside of their host body or without the presence of host cells. They don't reproduce like us humans, animals, or bacteria, but they replicate. And this combinations of their structure of a nucleic acid molecule inside a protein coat is what makes them difficult to kill. If that is the problem, now what could we possibly do to prevent ourselves from getting it, from spreading it, and keeping it from emerging? Well, first, we could follow health protocols given by our government. 1 meter distance between one another, wear medical masks, carry hand sanitizer everywhere we go, and to wash our hands continuously. One other thing that we could do is to get the vaccines that were made especially for COVID-19. And I believe vaccines are free for everyone, and it should be. Vaccines are made to help provide immunity to fight possibly life-threatening diseases. To say whose liberty is more important between the freedom of choice and the freedom to be safe as society is really hard. Because both are just as important. We want freedom, we want security, and it's like choosing whether to eat or to drink. I believe that we cannot please everyone, we cannot agree with everyone, and in this case, I know that there are many that don't agree or want to take the vaccines, right? Whether because they don't believe it, they don't care, they're not fully aware of it, or they just can't take the vaccines because one of or any other reasons. And rather than forcing people to take the vaccines, why don't we try to educate ourselves first, while also spreading this awareness and information and helping educate those around us. Help educate them all that is related to coronavirus, and then let them decide whether they want to take it or not. Because this is similar to us taking our first chickenpox vaccines, our tetanus vaccine, HIV vaccine, herpes vaccines. It is not mandatory, but it is recommended to keep ourselves safe. And it doesn't guarantee that we won't get the virus, but it helped our body to be ready when it strikes us. People who already get the vaccines are in general stronger in terms of fighting the virus. So it will be less likely that the people who get the vaccines already will get as much effect as those who didn't. So in general, they are more secure. Well, in this matter, it is up to each individual. And I want you guys to remember that life is a matter of choices. And every choices you make makes you. My name is Miss Yuka, and thank you for watching the talk.